A lot of people in our state vote early. 65% used one-stop early voting sites in the 2020 election. Now, those are the spots where you can register and vote early all in one place. Hundreds of workers across our state make this possible.
And after all the votes were counted, the state got private grant money to give small cash bonuses to one-stop workers. When Rockingham County got its share, the Board of Elections sent the check back. Just one of two counties to say no. WFMY News 2's investigative producer Miles Morita spoke to poll workers and the board's former chairman to find out why.
Presidential election, a once-in-a-century pandemic, the 2020 race was unlike any we've seen before. Social distancing and constant cleaning at the polls, dozens of people were behind that work.
12+ hour days.
We had an excellent crew.
Kathy Beeson and Frank Wilson both worked one-stop early voting in Reedsville. Their site had to close because of coronavirus. 3 workers tested positive, including Kathy.
It lasted a couple of weeks, but I mean, for me, it was like a really, really bad flu.
I made sure I went and got a test the next day.
Wilson tested negative, and he went back to work when the site reopened. With so many challenges this election year, one-stop workers got a small pay bump, but they missed out on more. The State Board of Elections got a private grant worth over $2 million to give one-stop workers bonuses. 96 county boards of election accepted. Rockingham County declined.
I would like to make a motion that we send this money back to the grantor and not provide for these bonuses. I'll second that motion.
Bonnie Ferguson and Tony Reese, the 2 Republicans on the 5-member Rockingham County Board of Elections, both against the bonuses. Democrat Leanna Lawson joined them. A 3-2 vote sent the money back.
I think we should have a personal explanation of why they don't feel like we deserve the money.
The 3 who voted no never answered our calls and emails. The only explanation they ever gave?
Because there are other employees that have spent many more hours working diligently during COVID, such as EMS, and I do not think that they got a bonus pay.
But this money wasn't available for other workers. It could only be used for one stop. The county got a check for just over $8,000, right around $13 per worker per day they worked. The most one person could get, about $220. It would have cost the county nothing.
It wasn't coming out of the county budget. I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't have gotten it. I mean, we are putting our lives on the line and going back home to our families and all, and I mean, it should be at least worth a few extra dollars.
I just didn't feel like they did what they should have done, in my opinion. I just can't figure out why they behave that manner. I really, really can't. Don't understand it.
Royce Richardson was the board chair in February when the bonuses got denied. In March, he resigned. He says the bonus money decision was just the latest of many other problems.
Really, I think there was a lot of politics involved, and it got to the point that we were not getting anything done.
Richardson and fellow Democrat Nelson Cole were the 2 who voted to keep the money.
Yeah, why do we not accept that money to pay our people? Not so much a bonus or whatever, but let them come back. Hey, we love you. Come back and work for us again.
The decision, final. The bonus money, gone.
It was a difficult election with the COVID and all that we had to deal with. And I hope it come back and work again.
I think it just hurts everybody's feeling. And, it kind of makes you wonder what's going to happen in the future.
I talked to many other one-stop workers. They didn't want to go on camera because they feared the Board of Elections would retaliate and not let them work in the next election. But they shared a similar feeling, upset that they missed out on some extra money, but ready to come back and work in that next election.
Well, this summer, Rockingham County's Democratic and Republican parties must nominate who will be on the board going forward. Democrat Ophelia Wright is expected to keep her spot as the board chair. Her party moved to reappoint Nelson Cole, but chose to pass on Leanna Lawson. The Republican Party hasn't said if it'll bring back Bonnie Ferguson and Tony Reese. The State Board of Elections makes the final decision at the end of next month.